Hi my angels and devils and all who may wander here, it is Amanda Christina and it is welcome to Spooktober. Well, it is the last, sorry, excuse the crunching, I'm just moving the balloon weights out of the way. It is the last day of Spooktober, well, second last. I'm extending Spooktober by one day just for because I want it to end on American Halloween. So I'm going to show you how I do my loaded bags. I've been asked to do this a couple of times because I've shown sort of finished ones and stuff. So here's basically what I do is I sort of figure out, I sort of usually come down about halfway. Maybe I just sort of figure how much I want to snip off and I just fold it. Actually, no, this isn't what I do first. What I do first is, because I do these for the post, like for the post, for a, what do you call it? I do this for mailing, so I try and do this so it'll be in one envelope. What I do is because I fill the bag as much as I can, but what I do is I take some Express It and I pop it straight down here. I didn't mean to do it a little bit too long, but that's okay. And I do this on both sides. And you're going to think this is the most annoying part, I will tell you now, especially when you're working with smaller bags. So all I've done is put some Express It there, and I'm just going to smooth it down. Going to take some more Express It. Gosh, I'm glad I'm getting 10 new rolls of tape this week. I tell you, I look forward to that. So then I do this side. Same thing. Just now on a smaller bag, this is a little. I will admit this is a little fiddly, but if you do it now while your bag's long, it's kind of a bit easier overall. And the reason I'm doing the Express It is because it is a little bit repositionable. Look, I've not watched other people's tutorials on how to do this. This is just my own kind of way of doing it. Someone might have an easier way of doing it than I do. I'm not going to lie. I just sort of do things that make sense for me. This is, when I first started doing them, I realized that having all that room when you want to send something in a flat sort of parcel, and everyone who's gotten, like, if you go to my playlist, there is a playlist of reactions to my Happy Mail. I've never had anyone react adversely or feel gypped, as far as I know, of getting one of my loaded bags. So I'm pretty sure I do good at filling them. Now what else we're going to do is we're going to come in here and go along here. As I said, this is a little fiddly to start with, but it's only taken us a couple of minutes. Like, it's not taken a great deal of time. Now, what this does is it means you're not going to have all the excess room, which means that everything's not going to be knocking about, falling over, falling out of your bag, basically. That's the gist of why we do this. So, again, we're just going to pull off the top of the tape, pop that down, stick that down, and do the same. Now, you don't need to do this on both sides on the inside, for the simple reason that if you did, you'd have nowhere to see how much tighter that is now. So now what we're going to do is the step that I've almost skipped to, which is I'm going to decide how much of a bit I want to cut off, and I'm just going to fold it down, grab my scissors and snip it. Now, what I usually do is, like, okay, so if you wanted to have it threefold like that and push that all the way to the end there, you can. What I sometimes do is I will fold a little bit off, a little bit extra. I'm starting to realise it's a shame I don't have any more decorated tags left at the moment, but I will. I think I had a couple of tags left that I could decorate. Now, before you do all this. See, now what I do is I just pick the side that's most, see, because you've got this bit here, if you want to leave that so you can slide slightly longer things in, you can. If you're putting shorter things in, you just use some super thin tape across the bottom. Oh, I really hate it when my rolls of tape come off there. And then you don't have to, but that's going to be your front. And then what I do is I like to do a little piece at the back so that you've got a tuck spot here and a tuck spot here. I don't know why. This is just, as I said, this is what happened when I was playing with it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some paper and we're going to grab some of what's left in our Dead and Breakfast because I think it'll go nicely with the yellow. Let's see what we've got. Let's just pull out our leftovers, shall we? And see what we can do with them. I've got my Dead and Breakfast ephemera in there, which will be a nice little addition to some of this. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do, the biggest piece of this I think I'm going to do is this beautiful orange and gold stripe. Again, this is something you can ink up if you want to. I'm not going to do the inking just for the simple fact that, again, so this is 4 3/4 and then where are we going to have this? Now, this is where you can get away with sort of making your paper stretch a bit too. So if I push that there, I want 4 and say 2.5 and 4 3/4. So what I'm going to do is do two and a quarter by 4.5, which gives us our little sort of mounting square as well. I love this mini scoreboard. I've just discovered, oh, I can't think what it's called now, but I just discovered a really pretty purple scoreboard that is from the UK, and it looks really cool, and the scoring tool it comes with has a slight flex to it. And yeah, it looks really cool. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pop this on here like this. I think this will look really pretty with the yellow. That's why I chose the Dead and Breakfast. These are the paper sacks I hauled from Jolly Ollie's, basically. I'm just doing my 3 strips down at the moment. Yeah, and I don't know why. Like, I had other tutorials and things in mind, but I don't know. This just felt like a good one to do today. I saw the paper bags and I was like, oh yeah, I bought those to do a tutorial with. I should do one to finish Spooktober with. Those. So there we go. There's that piece. Now, I might also tie this into the bottom piece, I think, just because I think that'll look really nice with like something else as the center. So this piece is how wide? 2 3/4 by our 4 3/4, so 2.5 by 4.5 to get your mounting thing. Oh, I do not like that my camera is being wiggy again. I'm sorry about that. I thought I had fixed the wigginess. I'm not sure why it's gone back to being a little wiggy, or whether it's just the fact that we have the really windy, everything interfering weather. Okay, so then we have this piece here. Now, here's the thing. If you want to, you can also create a tuck spot here. I'm not going to. I think I've got enough spots. I think 3 spots at the front and 2 at the back is plenty. But if you want to, I'm just saying, if it's something you'd like to do, you have that option. I kind of like having all these little hidden spots for people to discover. I think that's kind of really fun. So we're just going to line this up sort of as best we can. I am so imperfect at this lining things up thing, but there we go. And see, I think that looks really pretty with the yellow, to be honest. And then we're going to pop this piece here, but first we're going to cover it. Wasn't really enough of that. What else have we got left in Dead and Breakfast at the moment? Kind of would like to get away from the metallics. Plain spider web. How much Dead and Breakfast does Amanda have left? Not very much at all. So much so I've got that little weird bit. And see, don't throw this away because you can use that thin stuff for something else. Okay, so now this one is 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. So we want 1 1/2. And the good thing about this paper is it doesn't matter which way you do it. So 1 1/2 by 4 1/2 to give our mounting. If you don't want to mount it, if you want it to go all the way across, that is fine too. I just, I figure there's a nice yellow, bright yellow on the bag, so why not have it be bright yellow? Okay. So now I'm going to pop this on here. What I'm going to do is, I think I will leave it. I don't know. I'm not sure whether to close off the, you know what, I might close off the base because I don't think I have a lot of huge things to use. Okay. So then, oops, we went to put that in a bad spot then. Okay, there we go. Oh. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of the super strong tape because you want it to hold. And I'm just going to open this up and I am just going to put the tape along here. So I'm just going to tuck it in and try and put it as close to the edge as I can. Which is, sorry, I am trying to be more conscious of showing you what I am actually doing because I know I've been really bad at that. I'm actually surprised as many of you watch things as you do. So basically, this is a start to finish tutorial, but we're only going to do the bag flip. I'm not going to necessarily fill it because, yeah, that would probably take, because it takes me a while to decide what I want to put in it. So I've just created that. Then I've done that. Then what I'm going to do is grab my Express It and do this. So what you end up with is, now if you wanted to, you can also slit this and have this be a tuck spot. But as I said, I think there's going to be 3 tuck spots that you can use at the front and 2 at the back. And honestly, I think that's plenty. I genuinely think that is plenty of spots to hide goodies in. So now what I want to do, so I just want to line this up and figure out where I want it. Now that I know where I want that, see, now you've got that bit there, you've got this bit here, and see, because you've put the tape in place, now if that feels too much, you can put a little bit more tape in. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to fold this back for a minute. I don't know what I did. Just trying to make sure I keep track of all the bits. Now what you're going to do is you're going to grab some thin tape and put it along the edges of the base that you've folded up. As I said, if you wanted to create you can, that's the thing with this, the way I do it, you can create so many extra spots. But yeah, so you could easily just trim along that line. That would give you another spot. So you'd have 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the front, and then you'd have 2 at the back. But I think that's probably a little excessive for me. Also, I just don't have necessarily that much stuff that would fill that. I probably won't necessarily just fill this all with Halloween, although I might. Good question. I don't know. I have a fair bit of some stuff left and not so much of others. Okay, so that is the front, and it just reminded me that in this bag of goodies, which is just various bits, some of which I've been given recently and some of which I've had for a while. Melinda sent me some nice glow-in-the-dark stickers last year. I bought the chip things and I got given some, and there's just, yeah, different bits and pieces. But what I realised is this has the really nice Halloweens, and I think I'm going to put a Halloween somewhere. Actually, I'll put that to one side because I don't know whether I want to put it up the top or down the bottom. Okay, so now we've got this piece at the back. And we're going to do the same thing with this, is we're going to put the thin piece at the bottom. I always stress that my tutorials are too long, and then I look at them and I think, well, start to finish for like under an hour for most things is, I think, pretty good, especially when, you know, I'm not used to talking my way through it. I usually just craft, and yeah, it's just a bit like that. So, okay, so we're going to do this little bit here. And then we're going to figure out what paper we're going to do, what papers we're going to do at the back. Is there going to be enough of, yeah, I think we'll do this spider paper at the back because we are running hella low on everything. Let me have a look where this one will come up. So we want it just below there. So what's that? Where did I just put that? I put that there. So if I put that to there, so 4 3/4 we want. That is quite hilarious. And I'll see if I need to bring this in at all. I cannot believe I have almost killed a whole paper pad this. Yep, perfect. Look at that. Okay, I honestly, I do not chew through paper as fast as I have this season. I love that I am crafting more. I'm going to have to gift a lot of what I've been crafting because it's just going to sit around here till next year. And honestly, I'm hoping no one who's won anything from me or who does win or gets any of this stuff is upset that it's, you know, past Halloween when you get it. I sort of hope that you'll take it in the spirit of Spooktober. Welcome to Spooktober. I have really enjoyed working with Dead and Breakfast, I'll be honest. I'm really, really glad that's the paper pad I chose that my friend got for me, because it's, I think, in part, the more inspired you feel by the items you have, sometimes that really does help the creativity, and I feel like I have been in a really good creative place this Spooktober. So now I'm going to do this one, and I think what I'm going to do is just literally cover it and just, oh, actually no, because, okay, so what's this? 1 1/4, so we want 1 inch by 4 1/2. It's so funny to me that I'm going to have to do a video, I think, on sometimes what I do with my paper scraps, but I was hoping to share some of the paper with other people, and I feel a little guilty that I don't really have much left to share. But we're nearly finished. I mean, other than decorating and filling this is basically my little loaded bag. And the good thing about these is I have some big envelopes that I got from Craft Online. They're Poppy Crafts, and they're a really nice size for things like this. So we're just gonna, oh no, we're just gonna pull that off for a second and move that, hang on. Oh yeah, that's the side. Now, I've just changed sides because there's that seam there, and we don't want that seam. Okay, so I sort of had it a little too far over here. At the other one, so now that's better, that's more even. Then we're just going to, again, because you want to have that tuck spot at the back, all I'm going to do is just do the 3 things, and I will grab a piece of paper and show you what the tuck spots are. Now, I could have actually used some of the washi tape to decorate this with as well. I have a little bit left. I'm going to stick that down, and that's it. So, let me grab a little. So, You have a tuck spot here. You have a spot here. You have a spot here. You have a spot here. And you have a spot here, as well as having the entire inside to fill. So that's pretty awesome. I really enjoyed that. I'm going to probably decorate this and finish it and come back with a wrap-up of projects, although there's a few missing. And then later on tonight, I'm going to dress up and do a final Spooktober video for you all. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know what you think, whether this is something you will try. I just, I don't know. I don't know whether I just think differently to other people or what, but I really like how these turn out. And I've done this with this size, the paper bags, which I've had, which are a bit thinner and smaller, and also, which was really awesome and looks really good and is perfect for fitting into just a regular envelope, wedding cake bags, which my local Jolly Ollies, we have 2 in town. The original Jolly Ollies actually has, for $2, you get 50 of them. I just don't know where I've hid mine at the moment. But that is my little bag flip. So yeah, I will talk to you soon, my angels and devils. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever in the world you are. And remember, as always, you are incredible, you are amazing, and most importantly of all, you matter. And as usual, all the usuals, like, comment, subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Bye!